is very human looking. She could pass on the street and no one would ever know that she was alien. This is the planet that she comes from. And she is the one that I've had the most contact with over the years. This is the type of alien that I saw on this craft. It had longer arms. It was in a silver suit. It had like I call it a motorcycle helmet, and it was black, so I couldn't see the face. And they talked to me in my mind. It was more like pictures than words. And I said, talking this way is better because you can't misunderstand what they're saying. With words, you can misunderstand what people are saying. Over Appleton, Wisconsin, I was going to UFO meetings there. And one night, we were traveling down the road. We saw 7 red craft hovering over the field. And we went to the meeting and told them what we saw, and they just kind of poo-pooed us, you know, like, what are these women talking about? I was with another friend. And all of a sudden, some people came in that were coming from the west. They were coming from the east. We were coming from the south, and they came in and said they saw the same lights. So then they knew we were not making all this stuff up. Now this is a stealth bomber. And this is the UFO that I saw, that one of my alien contacts. And this I saw right over my garage. And I followed it outside of the city. And there was some towers for the airport. And I'm watching it. I get out of my car and I'm watching it, and it's going towards the towers, and I think, my God, it's too big, and it's going to try to squeeze through, and it's going to hit it. And it got there, stopped, tipped on its side, went through, tipped back, and took off, and was gone in about 3 seconds. So in these red lights, I asked about the lights on it, and they said, oh, we can change the lights to whatever we want, because that's how we fool a lot of people into believing that what they're seeing are airplanes, and they're not really. And this is another ship I saw between Menasha and Appleton, and this was just over treetop level. It was over a farmer's field, and I was in a blue van, got out and looked, and you can see that each window was a color, and as it started to move, it rotated. And when it took off, it was moving so fast around, or these windows or lights were moving so fast around, that it just shot off in seconds. And this is a light source alien that I've seen. This guy was in my living room. I had 3 of them in there. I was trying to sleep and couldn't, so I was laying on my couch, and 3 of these beings came in, and the full detail of it is in the book, but they basically, I went with them through the door, and I'm thinking, my God, did I just go through that door? Was that my imagination? But no, we went through the door, across the street, and there's a big field, and on the other side of the field is Highway 41. Now there's cars going down the 4-way. Here's a UFO in the field. And I'm thinking, how come those cars are going down the highway? Why aren't they slamming on their brakes? Because they can see this UFO there. And they told me in my head, well, we just put up a force field and we don't allow them to see it. So a lot of times there's things going on that if we're not paying real close attention, you're not going to see. But this is where they took me to a craft, and that's where I first met Eric. He's the big blue guy, and he is very, very special place in my heart. As you can see, he's over 7 feet tall. He's the captain of a large ship, about the size of Chicago. It's 38 miles high and 40 miles across. It's so big that you don't walk. They have little things that you ride in. And that's where I met Eric. And he introduced me to 16 other types of beings that were on the craft at the